I remember that a year prior to this pandemic there was a huge discussion on LinkedIn on the benefits of working from home or working outside of the office. Now I've been working from home as a project manager for more than a year after we settled down from the first shock of the pandemic. And retrospectively, I can see that not all the aspects of working of home and outside of an office is that great as we thought it would be. We all expected some freedom when working from home. We didn't want to commute to office every day, we didn't want to sit in one space and things like that. But as reality shows, we got tied to our comfortable working space at our homes, and we don't use this freedom anymore. For sure, pandemics put some restrictions on the places where we can work from, but let's be honest, with the amount of meetings and the intensity of work, we are tied to our powerful Wi-Fi's, to our comfortable chairs and quiet places. And yes, meetings! Meetings became the #1 communication method between the teams, and we want to communicate with video like this. And now, as a project manager, you are tied to about 4, maybe 5 hours of meetings per day. And I think you will agree with me that it's very frustrating when someone gets on a meeting from their cell phone while they are driving or going somewhere and there is a lot of noise and they can't hear you and the connection is bad. The next downside of working from home as a project manager is working with people. While we worked in offices, we could monitor our people on a constant basis. Moreover, we had some additional sources of information like body language, their face, intonation, smiles and everything like that. Now you can't do that on a Zoom call with 10 of your team members, especially when their cameras are off. So you need to have dedicated meetings with a person just to find out what happens in their head. Are they motivated? What demotivates them at this very point? So now you can't fix all these small problems right at the spot. You need to plan a meeting, you need to talk with the person and try to fix the problem through the camera on a Zoom call again. So we lost this personal touch and continuous communication with the teams. That's why I strongly recommend that you do enforce some meetings where cameras are on mandatory basis, that everyone comes with cameras. At the beginning, everyone told me that it was a great idea to work from home and that we should never get back to office again. But as the time goes, month after month, and now we are more than a year of working from home, and even the most hardcore introverts tell me that they crave for human communication. Now they say that it's a good idea to get together at least once or twice a week in one spot in the office to talk about the problems, to communicate with each other and so on. So in general, working from home is okay, but I do recommend that you pay attention for long-term drawbacks of this isolated work from home office. We still don't know what will be the actual impact on our productivity in a year from now. And speaking about productivity, in general I noticed that my teams didn't decrease their productivity once we get to the working from home. On the contrary, we had to plan the work better, and now people have longer periods of undistracted time when they can do the work rather than sitting on the meetings. On the other side, for me as a project manager, the work became more intense because meetings got stacked one after another for many hours, and personally I don't have time to do any work. That's why more than ever you need to develop a discipline to finish your workday at a set time. So I try to log out of all communication apps from email at 7 p.m. and that's the end of my workday. Remember that no matter how many tasks are there on your to-do list, you can't do them all today. There'll always be more tasks than you have hours in your workday. The next interesting observation from this year of working from home is that we started to use our project management software and collaboration tools to full extent. So meetings and emails alone don't do the trick for distributed team, for virtual teams. So you need to have one tool that will capture all the tasks, all the requirements, everything everything that you can put actually in this tool in one place. So I noticed that we're moving away from chats, emails, and separate files. We're moving towards collaborating on the documents, on the tasks, on the requirements right inside one tool. And while I was doing this retrospection on last year from working from home as a project manager, I came to a conclusion that my idea of focusing on the 5 critical areas is still valid, and it's even more important in this environment. So today it's even more important to have advanced skills in scope management. You need to be able to collect requirements, to identify scope, all while you are working online. And that requires advanced skills in project integration management, because actually you need to integrate your projects from scratch again, because all the tools are new, the approaches are different, communication methods are different, so you start integration from scratch. The same goes for risk management. New risks appear and they are more important than ever today. And all this requires changes in the organization and in your team. That's why you should be a great leader and you should lead your people through all these changes and keep them motivated and happy. So if you want to get a resource guide on all these areas and read more articles and watch more of my videos that explains all these areas in depth, I recommend that you check a link in the description and somewhere here and get the PDF with the 5 areas that a great project manager need to master as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and YouTube will recommend you more videos on project management and leadership. And I'm putting few videos for you that will build up on what we discussed today. Alright, thanks for watching, see you next time, bye bye.